Welcome, listeners, to Words of Wonder, the animation journey. Today, we're diving into one of the most heart-wrenching, beautifully emotional anime of all time, Anohana, the flower we saw that day. This isn't just a story about friendship. It's about loss, regret, healing, and the unbreakable bonds that time cannot erase. So, take a deep breath, grab some tissues, and let's journey into the world of Anohana, a story about grief, love, and the power of letting go. Part 1. A Ghost from the Past. The story of Anohana revolves around Jinta Yadomi, once a lively boy, now a recluse who spends his days playing video games, skipping school, and shutting himself away from the world. But everything changes when he starts seeing Menma, a childhood friend who died in a tragic accident years ago. The catch? Menma is a ghost, appearing before him just as she was back then, cheerful, kind, and full of life. She claims she has a wish that needs to be fulfilled, but she doesn't remember what it is. Part 2. The Broken Friendships Left Behind. Menma's death didn't just take her away, it shattered the friendships that once held their group together. Jinta, once the confident leader, withdrew into himself. Anaru, the girl who admired him, grew distant, trying to fit in with the crowd. Yukiatsu, the one who secretly loved Menma, buried his pain under arrogance and pride. Saruko, always the observer, watched as the group crumbled. Poppo, the carefree one, hid his grief behind smiles and wanderlust. They all moved on, but none of them truly let go. Part 3. Guilt that never fades. Each member of the group carries their own guilt and regrets over Menma's death. Jinta blames himself for not telling Menma how he felt. Yukiatsu hates himself for being jealous of Jinta, believing Menma only loved him. Anaru wishes she had been braver, kinder, instead of following the crowd. Saruko hides her silent love and resentment, always watching from the sidelines. And Poppo, the one who seems the most free, carries a painful secret of his own. Menma's return forces them to confront the emotions they buried long ago. Part 4. Finding each other again. With Menma's presence, the group is slowly drawn back together. At first, there's denial, anger, resistance, because facing the past means facing pain. But as they start remembering the love they once shared, they realize that Menma never truly left them. They laugh, they argue, they cry, slowly breaking the walls they built around themselves. Part 5. The Wish That Was Never Spoken. The mystery of Menma's wish lingers throughout the story. What does she need to move on? As the group struggles to uncover it, they realize the truth isn't about granting one final wish, it's about granting themselves permission to heal. Because, in the end, Menma never needed to be saved, they did. Part 6. The Goodbye That Brings Closure. The final moments of Anohana are some of the most emotionally powerful in anime history. When Menma is finally ready to move on, she writes her final messages to each of her friends. They chase after her, tears streaming down their faces, calling out her name, desperate to see her one last time. And then, in the most heartbreaking, beautiful moment, Menma reveals herself to them all. They can't see her, but she writes her final words in the air. I found you. Part 7. Closing Thoughts. A Flower That Never Wilts. What makes Anohana so unforgettable? It's the way it captures the pain of loss, the weight of regret, and the beauty of moving forward. Menma may have been the ghost, but in reality, it was her friends who were haunted by their past, by their guilt, by the things they never said. And in the end, her greatest wish was never just for herself. It was for them to find happiness again. So, if you've ever lost someone, if you've ever held on to regret, let Anohana remind you, the ones we love never truly leave us. Their memory, their love, it stays like a flower that never fades. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Anohana, the flower we saw that day. Until next time, may your heart heal, your memories stay warm, and may you always find wonder in every story. This is Words of Wonder, the animation journey.